Hello, Overwatch Oasis. This is T2 Week 4, and it is Eternally Feeding versus Thank You for Coming. I am your commentator today, which is Ooms Batty, and casting today is...
Holy Chuckster. Early as
Alright, and right now we
always.
are waiting for readies from both sides, and then we're going to jump right into Busan. We are a little late today. We had a little bit of trouble opening up the lobby. We should be going smooth from here on out. Bit of an early game today. Gonna have a lot of fun. Just gotta waiting for the readies. Both of these teams have a lot of strong players, and I'm really excited to see what we're going to see on Busan today.
I feel like we're going to see a little excitement here. I mean, you have, remember, that was formerly TFC versus the new TFC, so it's going to be quite interesting, I say, in that regard.
That is true, that is true.
Especially those listeners at home. Eternally Feeding once was a team called TFC, Throwing for Content? Was that the name?
Yeah, throwing for content.
And TFC, other team here tonight, which is, oh my, now I'm forgetting what this team's name is. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
But they're thanks for coming.
So thanks for coming. Were the Taters, because they're part of the Tater org. I'm not sure if that affiliation still exists.
We
but
have readies from TFC, or the new TFC.
All right.
And now we are waiting for readies from Eternally Feeding. Gonna give them a little tag. Alright, and we got readies for Eternally Feeding.
All right. We got readies from both sides, so we are going to start it up.
Right, we are going into Busan.
Now traveling to the south.
Xavier, he said thank you for thanking me for coming. Making my day there. Alright, so we are on downtown first. This is one of my favorite control maps, not gonna lie, just because you can play a lot of things here. You can play Brawl, you can play a bit of Dive if you like it. You can even play Hog on here, some Marissa if you really want to.
Ready for battle.
It's also a really good Widow map as well. But it seems on the side of Eternally Feeding, sorry. On the side of Eternally Feeding, we're gonna have Sim with Sombra and a dive to go with that, which is a little odd. I don't think I've ever seen Sim run with dive before. And on the side of TFC, thank you for coming, is dive, but with a pharmacy.
Round one.
A little bit of battle with the DPS gonna happen here. Ratty gonna be getting a lot of damage here right away into the back line as Eternally Feeding slowly make their way to the point. Bullet. Oh! Nate jumping in right away onto Maka, but Maka is able to get away here from a great heal coming out from Reindeer and Bullet. Supports get onto the point safely. Oreo looking for the pick, but gets hacked and killed by Aiden.
I'm out of here.
Ooh, Nine losing his neck here for Eternally Feeding. A huge anti coming out from Maka here onto the side of Eternally Feeding, forcing them to back out. And oh my goodness, Nine and Loki are going to get staggered here, forcing a little bit of a Lana reset for Eternally Feeding. Really good focus coming out here from this dive from TFC.
Yeah, I'm really liking this double dive we're seeing tonight early on. It's very exciting to see this over the tired and true
Dive
like Ryan
so
Zarya comp.
It's true. In T3, like Ryan Zarya is a little bit more of what you see. And dive is just so much more fun to watch. There's just much more to just talk about other than Ryan go in, Ryan go swing. Bullet here looking for the dive, but Ratty's gonna pop in Barrage right away, and we'll find Oreo Foxy out of the fight right away. Huge attack onto Rain here, keeps him from being able to heal, but the heals from Maka are huge here, keeping him up and allowing Bullet and Reindeer to dive in. Reindeer is able to chase off 9 here. Loki goes down, and 9 is getting dangerously low to being DF, and he does get DMAXed! A DMAX Diva is not what you want to see if you are playing Overwatch. And it seems that 9 is going to try and jump off here, but this is going to be a really long reset for Eternally Feeding. And right now, like, I would be a little concerned at this point, as we are getting towards one-fight territory. We're at 70%, but we're getting close to that 80 mark. And normally when you get to that 80 mark, it's now or never, and you gotta push in. Ranger up the top, gonna get pushed here. Is able just to jump down, no issues, got his Ana healing him. And Ratty still putting in a lot of damage here on this Pharah. Ooh, we have Nate diving in alone, is gonna pop the monkey ult. Looking to push people off the point. Oh, ENT coming out here from Loki, finds almost the entire team. But no kills. Oh, Aiden will go down here, but more kills are going in the favor of Thank You for coming here. Oreo Foxy is able to find Maka. We got Belts being popped here from Jackarito. Huge res onto Maka comes out. Thank You for coming. Still looking really strong here as we get into overtime. He's going to be popped here on the side of Eternally Feeding. With only 3 people on point, this is not looking really good for them. 9 goes down first. We got Loki here running in on the Torb as, hacked. Nate comes back as well, has to back out for a little bit, dives right back in on to Bullet and Reindeer. Reindeer goes in, goes for the bomb, shooting it in the air with no monkey bubble to protect anyone. It forces them off the point, and TFC will take downtown.
Score 0-1.
Now, I would say TFC was very dominant versus EF there. Their dive, it really seemed to be in their favor. We saw a lot of practice with it seems like, and they can bring that same spirit into the second point here in Mecha Base.
Oh,
I
definitely.
think they could.
Not only that, like, huge zoning ult from Reindeer as well. Basically just to shoot it up in the air and see what happens, but it forced the entirety of Eternally Feeding off the point. So therefore, like, you know, over time was just really, it just needed, like, all of them off the point for it to tick down to the point where nobody could stop it, essentially. Oh, we're gonna be seeing some brawl here. Looks like the gods here to check. No more dies for you.
It'd be like that sometimes. It is Mecha Base though.
That's true. Mecha Base is like the brawly map here. So we are going to see Loki on the sim. It's an interesting choice at this point. Personally, I wouldn't play sim for this point, but I guess, like, each their own. Immort's already used here on the side of Eternally Feeding. So if TFC really wanted to here, they could force their way through and just melt tanks. Oh, Nate's gonna get really aggressive here, and Bullet gonna charge in but gets duped into the wall, and Nate will go down first here to Aiden. Huge wall does come through for Eternally Feeding, but it is not enough as they are forced to step back with a high charge Zarya and a speed boost as well, which is speed boost from Jackarito, which is forcing them to just launch them all this power and all this damage coming through. Oreo Foxy will find Jackarito though, which is no Lucio for the side of TFC. Window is going to get used here from Maka, which is going to do a lot of damage to allow Aiden to get the picks that are needed in order for TFC to hold this point. Chubb trying to stall, but will get picked down from Reindeer. Oh, who's on point? Oh, Loki teleporting to point, tries to stall it. We got 9 stalling as well. Oh,
It's like my controller.
oh, you're good. You're good. Personally, I wouldn't have tried to stall that, but I can see what he was thinking there. Right, Eternally Feeding needs to wait for their diva here. So being supposed to spawn, 9 is able to come back pretty quickly here. So TFC have a lot more ults to work with. Oh! Eternally Feeding going to be doing a quick maneuver here. Pretend they are going left and then go bottom. So it looks like TFC was prepared for this. Reindeer jumps down first, Aiden with the Deadeye. Beat and Tire all being popped at once. Oreo Foxy will go down with its one less DPS for Eternally Feeding. Shatter gonna come through for Eternally Feeding. If he can find anyone, Ratty able to find 2, and Bullet will claim Nate's life. 9 does find Ratty, but this is not enough for Eternally Feeding to recapture. Oh! Eternally Feeding did get the point, actually. And, TFC is gonna recapture here. Apologies for not realizing that one sooner. I didn't hear the little ding. You know, that usually happens.
Yeah, it's, I really wish you could, like, customize the ding. That'd be kind of cool. Like, it could be your own thing.
Wait, like, just do any noise you want, like a Pachimari squeak?
Yeah, why not?
Air horn?
An air horn would be ridiculous.
Just a random air horn noise. Oh, Bomb gonna be thrown, but oh my goodness, Oreo's own wall will stop it from going in. Blizzard is thrown as well, and a lot of people of TFC will go down, but more people of Eternally Feeding go down before. I'm not entirely sure what happened in that fight, I will be honest. It was just a lot of ults, and then TFC just kind of like ran into them. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you really need.
Yeah, sometimes like just having the Lucio and just like going aggro. Seems that Eternally Feed are going to try this juke again, but the wall will break and kind of like show where they're going. Yep, it seems that TFC will not get fooled twice here, and the Bullet already here leaning into them. We got wall being popped here from Lindhurst, but a giant grab gets thrown in by Ranger. Bullet did go down here, but Ratty able to claim to Maka claiming too as well, using her window to its fullest extent here. Just gonna like, you know, plow through some people there. And Aiden's gonna finish it off with the Deadeye, and TFC will take Busan. Honestly, TFC just looked really good there. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and Rocket claiming the play of the game as well with the battle bat piece here. The beautiful bat play coming out here. Claiming two and helping finish off the point. Is this a third? Oh, this is a third! Very nice, very nice. TFC must be scrimming C11, they must be.
Epic.
Nice and easy. Just how I like it.
Eternally Feeding too, I feel like needed to have a lot of moments where they just backed up more. Like there was many times they would lose their Rhine and they just like, they wouldn't fully back out, they just stick around in no man's land still trying to get a pick. And then at that point TFC would get 2 more picks and then their Rhine is back and they're missing 2 more people. And I feel like they need to learn to just like, not learn, but like they need to just think and be like, okay, we need to like fully back out, we need to wait for this one person, then we have to go in once more. And in my opinion, it didn't seem like they were really talking about ults, like bomb got thrown in and then Blizzard and then the wall stopped the bomb. Maybe like there's just not much of control team, because I know there's some teams where like they do really well on like Escort and Hybrid and 2CP, but control is just like not their map. Like they just do not do well on control.
I
I'm curious to see what. Oh yeah, you good.
No, please go ahead.
No, you got it. You go.
I was gonna say that sometimes I feel like it comes down to like momentum, right? Like you see TFC,
yeah.
They had that momentum starting with that first round. We saw 2 battling dive compositions coming out with that, and they were able to maintain the momentum with that, and that's gonna be kind of hard sometimes to come back from when you go into the second round, even if you talked about it, you've practiced in scrims, like you talked about it. So especially when you get into that second round, even though there was a switch up in like the times of like the compositions, you did see like them on either side. They decided to go both with the ride, like a kind of like a little bit of like brawl, but they had some elements of rush in there. But with the Mei, for example, but it wasn't enough for EF to use that against TFC because they were able to, even with their battling back, they were ultimately able to, keep that momentum going.
That's true. TFC just had that, like, pure, raw strength with the momentum. So they just kind of, like, control is a huge amount of just snowballing sometimes. Where it's like, you get momentum, you just keep on going with it.
Yeah.
It's a lot less, the control is, like, less about strategy, and it's more about just being, like, just get in there and get as many kills as possible and just like little bit of chaos as well sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like not a lot of teams' best maps for that reason, but like teams who really like to overplan things. Like I don't know if that makes any sense. And it's like, don't get me wrong, like TFC obviously was like so coordinated. We were talking about how coordinated they were and how like they really utilized their momentum. Though of having like characters, but I do feel like they just did also really better of like choosing characters. Like McCree, Junk, Farah, they just do super well on control just for the fact that they have a lot of places to go and they have like a lot of places to spam into and to, what's the word, just like cause chaos essentially and like break up a team's push essentially.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I feel like that's a big component as well. Alright, I'm not looking at the match chat, so let's see.
Yes, I asked for
That's
swaps. No swaps yet.
Yeah, they're just having fun talking to each other, it seems. Alright, we do have swaps from Eternally Feeding. Nate, Osti, Luxie, and Loki. Please and Chubb. So we're going to see Please, Luxie, and Osti come in here for the next map. Oh, kitty. And we also have TFC swaps as well. We're going to have Jag coming in here for Bullet. Ratty and Aiden are going to stay as the DPS duo here. And Maka and Dabarella, I think, will be coming in as well. I believe it's Dabarella. Am I right? I don't see Dab here, though. Oh, yeah, Dabarella's name is Forest Spirit. I'm gonna just... So Dabarella and Maka are going to be support duoing for this next map. Wonder if we're going to see more dive, maybe some double shield. It's all possible. Oh, Nito in, not Ratty.
Oh, Rito or Nito?
Nito. Like Nito, what's his name? Genito.
Like the Pokemon?
Yeah, Genitokin. Genitokin. Yeah, the Pokemon. Yeah.
Everything should be set now. You could ask for readies.
Alrighty. Alright, we got readies from TFC. And I'm just seeing a lot of Lee slander going on in match chat here. Spam the rat to bench the rat. Gee. Look, nerdy, I wish I could DM the captains and tell them to only run dive. That would be amazing. But sadly, I don't think I can do that. Alright, and we got readies from Eternally Feeding.
Alright, so in the words of the famed voice actor of Mario, Chris Pratt, let's go!
That's not where I thought that was going, but I am very happy. I would love to hear people's thoughts on the, you know, that special reveal, but Chris Pratt voicing Mario of all things. But gee, I'm gonna have to, like, clip that and then bring it up again when the movie, comes out.
So, Zooms, what is your thoughts on New Bonnie?
I hate New Bonnie. I do not like New Bonnie. Like, it's not my favorite to play, and it's just like, when I'm playing comp, like, it's my least favorite to play, because, like, this map requires so much coordination, and when I'm just, like, trying to have fun, and I'm just dealing with, like, idiots in quick play, and they're just like, oh my god, why aren't you healing me even though I jumped in the back line? It's kind of that way sometimes with the league, and I'm just like, I can't heal you when you're out of my sight lines! It's one of those maps where, like, it's so hard to, like, push as a cohesive team, and if, like, one little call out is, like, out of place, it can ruin everything, and I hate it for that reason.
Yeah.
Maybe some people are gonna fight me and then tell me their love for New Bonnie and why New Bonnie is the best map ever, but for now, I'm gonna go back to commentating. Seems on the side of, Internally Feeding here, I'm gonna have a Brawl comp with an anti-dive Torb here. Torb is really good if you want to stop dive, because if they don't destroy his, turret really quickly, then it's a good way to just, like, keep Diva and Winston and Brig, especially, like, for some odd reason, turret works really good, well against Brig. Keeps them all in check. Oh, and Echo as well, if I see an Echo. I see Maka here, just sniping, Echo here on Ana. Yes, Battle Ana is always the best thing ever. Alright, we're gonna have, oh, Nito gonna go down first here to Loki the Legit, as the rest of TFC are gonna, like, kind of go in this corner here. Oh, but a huge anti coming in here from Police. It's gonna shut down that push from TFC and forcing the rest of them to back out. I was gonna say they're all here on this side, on beneath Eternally Feeding. Probably hoping to not take as much damage if they do that, and then hoping to get picked. Either that or to force Eternally Feeding down to where they are. But now it seems like TFC here are going to be sticking to a Brawl as well. But we do still have Dabarella on this Brig, so we're going to be having a little bit of Brig Brawl coming in with the Ana. Which can work, in my opinion. It works really well if you're Brig, which is going to be super aggro with Ryan. Nate, though, is going to get aggressive here, and here comes Loki the Legit, using Torbold, able to get Aiden right out of the fight. Aussie Matt going to get jagged as well. Chubb's going to find Forest Spirit. And Eternally Feeding just clean up relatively nicely here for that one ult alone. Sometimes the best pushes are the ones where you only really need one ult, and then everyone else just kind of files on in.
Oh, I agree, and it's looking like this round EF is really making TFC play their game. They're able to, even with the brawl, that the whole time they've been able to control the high ground just by having their DPS on the other side, and yeah, it's a good rotation as well.
It's a good point, like they definitely are forcing TFC here to play their game. They're forcing them to really, like, respect them here. And force them to play passive, which is kind of their undoing here. They need to be a little bit more aggressive. Oh my god, but Nate goes right behind Jack and will shatter the entire team. Huge nano coming in here from Please as well, allowing Nate to get free. Once again, another push instantly shut down here by Eternally Feeding. We are now in one fight territory with TFC. It is now or never to push in. And we do have a grab and a visor here for Eternally Feeding. While on the side of TFC, we have a bomb Nano, and we have Rally as well coming online. There's 3 really good ults here if you are TFC. TFC gonna start on the high ground here, looking for a pick. Rally gonna be popped here, giving everyone armor in order to pick this push. Grabdo popped as well. Visor as well from Eternally Feeding. A lot of damage coming in here from TFC. Bombs though being popped, chasing away the soldier, keeping Tack from doing any more damage here from Luxy. And TFC gonna clean up here. Huge zoning bomb again from range here, forcing Eternally Feeding to just kind of split up their value they allowed TFC to clean up nicely.
Stop the payload.
Oh. Sorry, stop talking, by the way, I'm most likely getting some water.
Oh.
So please excuse me. Nate and Austin here gonna push in. Ooh. Shatter is gonna be popping. We'll only find Aiden and oh no, he rolls right into Loki's Torb ult here, the forbidden Capri Sun. And once again, Eternally Feeding. Use just one ult and they aggress. So the aggression is just insane here from them. Instantly forcing TFC to just die and back up and hope for a retake. We are going to have a Zen here from Forest Spirit, which is an interesting choice. I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't personally play Zen overall. I would honestly go to Lucio, so that way you can help feed your team back. But that Visor and a Nano Rhine, allowing them all to push in. Beat though from Chubb is absolutely huge, and he speeds out Eternally Feeding so that way no one will get caught in the crossfire of Nano. Nate gonna push in once more, but a huge anti coming in here from Maka, gonna force Nate to back up. Eternally Feeding doing a great job here, working as a team. Jag gonna go down here, but Nito and Aiden gonna be finding those picks necessary for TFC to keep on pushing the payload. Ooh, Forest Spirit gets the beams onto Lefty as well. Gonna take out that soldier. Eternally Feeding gonna be choosing to give up the point and to just hope to hold third completely.
The payload must be moved to its destination.
Again, Aussie and Nate gonna get really aggressive here. They're pushing in onto Jag and Reindeer. Huge stun here coming in from Aiden. Stops that push though. Ooh, Luxy gonna go down here and use Tact as well. But Nate and Chubb able to find, and Steve able to find 3 picks onto TFC, which will stop the payload right under the little arch there. It almost feels like Luxy was like a little bit of distraction there, allowing the tanks to go in hardcore and get as many picks they want. TFC gonna be going in aggressive here. Ooh, grab will be used, but a huge trans comes in from Forest Spirit, keeps the team up. So Loki will use ult as well. No one will get caught in it, so Loki goes down from Jag. TFC completely safe. Pushing in, Austin Matt will go down, no more Rosaria for the side of Eternally Feeding. Jag getting aggressive here, looking to push in onto Nate. Please, goes down, it's just one person falling right after the other. Luxy looking for a bit of a flank. Gonna find Nito here, and we'll go down to Nito as well. Like a stack of dominoes, they are just falling one after the other. We got Loki on the Doom now, no more Torb. Aiden with the Deadeye, looking at the high ground, looking for a pick. Doesn't seem to find anyone. Ooh, I guess left actually from Fleet. Nito will go down to Nate. But the picks are going still in the favor of TFC. Forest Spirit getting the headshot onto Chubb, and Aiden finding 2, and TFC will push this with 8 seconds left.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Honestly, TFC turned that around
Yeah.
in a way that, like, personally, I was not expecting.
I mean, they were definitely able to like take
Ready for
a
battle.
little bit of that last round, and an idea of momentum was like another big thing about that. I mean, they get kind of like stalled there on first, of course, first point, but they were able to kind of keep the put even with like the stalls there at the beginning of second, and they were by the time they got to third, it was just definitely in their favor.
Definitely, definitely. TFC may have had trouble with this first high ground here, but right when they got that momentum, they took advantage of it completely. They just got one pick after the other, stagger, 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 until they were able to get it to the very end. Though now they have to really worry about that time bank here. 8 seconds is not really good here, and you do not want Eternally Feeding to get a bigger time bank. You want to either stop them here, stop them at second, or get them to overtime. TFC gonna be controlling the high ground here. Luxy going down right away to battle Maka. Oxynat is able to find Jack, so that is no Rhine side of TFC. Force Spirit looking for a res. Gonna wait a little bit, maybe see if she can maybe wait it out just a few seconds. No, he said she is not gonna get the res. Gonna play it safe, which is definitely smart here. Jag should be back soon anyway, but just because Oxynat is down, forcing Eternally Feeding to regroup. A Rhine Sigma double shield is not a bad idea here for second point. You have the Sigma shield to help control the high ground a little bit here for your DPS. But the Rhine is good because if there's a dive, you can back up a little easier, you can do a little bit more damage, and you're not super, like, stagnant as if you were on Ursa. Eternally Feeding going in, Luxy gonna go down first again. Nate able to find Jack again as well. Immort is used here from Maka, gonna be saving Reindeer's life. Huge Dragon gonna be pushing in onto Eternally Feeding, doesn't really find anyone though. Ooh. Huge res here coming in from Forest Spear, is able to get Vito back in the fight. He's gonna have to go around to heal the tank as the high ground is being controlled here by TFC. Luxy does find Maka, but Jag will return the favor and get the revenge necessary for his bad piece. TFC cleaning up here, though Loki does find Aiden. Jag again able to find a pick here onto Chubb. Please now caught by themselves. Oh, but a huge sleep onto Jag helps Please escape with their life. Force Spear though is down as well, just no mercy here for TFC. It is picks back and forth here, people, and it's anyone's game. How is that on and not dead? Yeah, I feel you, Richard. Honestly, Sleese's positioning has been really good here on Ubani, so I'm not entirely shocked that he is surviving so long. Huge flux coming in here from Reindeer, but Chomp gets two! Both Forest here and Aiden down! Ooh, both Kings got caught in the grab. The pass didn't get popped here inside TFC as well, but Nito gonna go down instantly to Chubb as well. DPS Chubb claims a 4th life with Reindeer.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. TFC now going to have to regroup for a second. They did hold up to a minute though, which is really good. So now they're going to have to hope to stall out onto second. That's holding second pretty difficult, but if you can stall out second till overtime and then really bunker down onto third, you can definitely take the win. Maka going to be popping the window here. A lot of damage being pushed to their Eternally Feeding, forcing them back. Luxy on the Echo here already has Duke, doing a lot of damage here. He's got the Duke Rhine and a Nano Rhine going in at once. Immort will get popped, but oh, Aiden goes down to Nate. Nate able to find Maka as well. And Jag made an absolute beast going in like a monster here. Funny pick after pick. Oh my goodness. They are not stopping. They are just a force to be reckoned with here.
I mean, it definitely seems like Nate like ate some Wheaties in between rounds. I mean, he just in there chopping it up, combined with Chubb there. I mean, it's pretty nuts.
Chubb and Nate are just like beefed up, and they're just like, try me with my crazy Xbox. Aiden gonna be popping the Deadeye here, looking for a pick, but a huge anti onto the pick. Oh, Aiden finds two! This is what Nate is able to find Jag here, but the picks are looking heavily in favor here for TFC. And as Nate goes out, and Luxy is actually in the backline here too.
This is not your
Probably looking for an escape, or maybe looking for a pick. Nito walks right past him! Maka going full DPS. Everyone chasing Luxy in the backline here. Maka will get the final kill, which is absolutely huge. Please with a huge anti onto both Forest Spirit and Aiden. We'll find the kill onto Aiden. I don't know what is up with Eternally Feeding, but their supports have just woken up and chose violence. They're all just like out for kills today. I wonder if the entire team is just... Oh yeah, Maka's been really bloodthirsty too as well. The supports are just extremely bloodthirsty today, and I love it.
They're getting ready for Overwatch 2, that's why.
Oh yes! Ranger gonna get D-Max right away, but Bomb will get popped, forcing Nate's shield to be gone. A huge eat from Ranger from Aussie Max grab is actually amazing as well here. And honestly, that eat alone stops the push here for Eternally Feeding. And now with only Nano Rhine to push in on, TFC are gonna have to get a little smart here, especially with 45 seconds left on the clock for them to push second here. Oh, but Nito will go down really early, which is not good here. If you are TFC, you want a full 6 to contest Eternally Feeding. TFC doing a great job here, holding this high ground. And, oh, Ranger will fall here, the rest of the team will fall, both tanks get shot at, but a huge immort coming in from Maka saves the day. Oh, but Loki and Nate will find the kill. Ranger is able to find Fleas. Force Spear goes in for the rest, but will go down to Loki. And with a beautiful cleanup, Eternally Feeding will get .2. But now, because of that amazing stall and that amazing hold from TFC here, Eternally Feeding is only going to have a minute 30. Now they've been extremely aggressive here, and they've been doing a great job just pushing back TFC. I wouldn't be shocked if they could take the point with this time limit, but what matters here is getting more than 8 seconds. Jag here holding up really hot, heavy. Immort already going to be popped here for TFC. Aiden gets left as well. Jag with only a little bit of shield left, tries to defend him. But everyone at TFC gets out scot-free, and Eternally Feeding will back up for maybe 1 or 2 more contests here. Aiden and Nito, though, crouching in the back, probably looking for a pick or two. Luxy does go in, both the trees will stun each other. No one has claimed the kill yet, but Luxy will get Aiden out of the fight, though Nito will return the favor. Here comes the attack from Nito with the pocket. It is, oh, it's actually soldier versus soldier right now. Maka will go down though, but not before popping the window, allowing Jag to get Fleas out of the fight. Aiden able to find Austin Nat. Reindeer able to get Chubb all of the health of Maka's window here. And TFC will hold. There's only 10 seconds left. Can anyone of Eternally Feeding touch? Luxy is up top. So both DPS and Reindeer are going to try and stop them. Luxy able to get the touch, will that trigger overtime? Overtime does get triggered. Chubb popping the beat. Aiden, oh! Luxy and Aiden both pop their ult at the same time. The sleep onto Aiden though from Please will save the day for Eternally Feeding. Grab gonna be coming out here from Austin. That finds everyone of TFC. TFC is not done though. Velk will get popped here. Reindeer is still in the fight. Mech or no mech. Maka gonna be DPSing here. Is able to find Nate out of the fight. We have Aiden on the Pharah. Nito able to find Loki. It is still looking, it's any team's game here. Forest Spirit, oh, almost gets the res. But
oh my goodness.
The flame 3. There's one high charge Zarya we have here, folks. Reindeer on the ball, looking for the stall. Jag in as well, shielding as much damage as he can, but will go down to Nate. It is a ball stall right now as the rest of TFC start coming out. 3 on point, 4 on point. Huge import from Maka. Oh. Ranger goes down anyway.
Chubb!
Chubb! Finding 2! Once again, DPS Lucio here. Jaga Monkey will touch the point, but mines from Nate are everywhere. Has on an anti onto Jag will stop that push, but here comes Reindeer on the ball. We got Lucio touching in the fourth here.
Oh my goodness! What a fight! What a fight that was both sides.
Absolutely insane fight.
Score 3-3.
I think Chubb's trying to go for a DPS MVP, I swear.
Oh my god, could you imagine? If a support got DPS MVP.
It would probably break the internet. Like we'd have to pack our bags, we'd have to live our lives on the streets.
Maka, please, and Chubb all dueling it out for a DPS MVP on support.
Ready for battle.
Thanks. My dad invented it. You two will get along great.
It's an honor fighting by
I mean, to
your
be in
side.
overtime with a minute and then your opponents have a minute and 8 seconds, either way, like, it's a close score.
Yeah, it's a close time bank as well. It could be anyone's game here. It's really close. Now we are going to see a double shield coming out here from TFC with a Torb as a little bit of a dive slash just a good defense character in general here. And on the side of currently feeding, we're going to have this brawl again with Please on the Ana. Currently feeding, look like they were going to go top, decide not to, and instead are going to go bottom. Doesn't seem like TFC knows where they are, but they have been spotted and they are going all the way around. Aiden's turret is now down. TFC are going to do a rotation here, looking to hopefully get a pick. Ooh, but Luxy is able to find Maka. Big res coming in here from Forest here. Nito able to find Luxy. Reindeer gonna get a lot of damage on him, but will have beautiful peel coming in here from Jag and the support. Loki's curved torture, able to find Nito though. Loki behind and no one is stopping him. Ooh, he's able to get Jag out of the fight. It is anyone's game still. Ooh, TFC. Not TFC. Currently feeding, now looking really strong here as they clean up and they begin to capture the point.
Fire. Keep out of my
This
way.
is not good right now. If you are TFC, you do not want to see this. You have to stop that point as soon as you possibly can, because if you do not, this will become even harder
Escorting the veil.
hard. It'll become harder to win.
Nano boost almost ready.
Currently feeding gonna be sticking on this point. They know they cannot get off no matter what. We have Aiden going off the tour, gonna be on the Hanzo now for some shield break. Jad's gonna be going in by himself here, looking to get aggressive. Eternally feeding though, gonna be pushing in with the nano. So will back out just a little bit. Bongos are popped here for TFC. Jad getting really aggressive here, but goes down to Aussie Matt. Grab gonna get popped here too. And Torbolt as well. Loki able to get 3. Tap gets popped by TFC as well. Luxy will go down, but I don't know if it's enough. Chubb is gonna pop deep though. An ult that wasn't here for the very last second, but does save the team from any more attack damage. Eternally feeding, looking strong, is able to get second point as TFC have to. They basically have to just. They have to. Oh no, I forgot the word. TFC have to kind of gather themselves here and hope to stop this payload as soon as possible. Luxy up top on the soldier. About to get attack visor here. Shatter is going to get popped from Jag. Doesn't find anyone. Nito able to find Luxy though. What TFC needs. They need to push it. Oh, but a huge anti is able to get Jag out of the fight. They're able to find Maka as well. Reindeer touching the point with Nito up top. The force here goes down. No support here for TFC. Aiden able to get Loki out of the fight though. No more mech for Reindeer. And without even breaking a sweat, eternally feeding, they just get this to the very end. Shatter is going to get popped from Nate, doesn't find anyone, but the Nano is fused from Fleas. And Jag is gone out of the fight right away. Covered some by Aiden. And a huge res coming in from fourth here, getting Jag back in the fight. Aiden cleaning too. Is this possibly a hold? An absolute save from Aiden? Keeping eternally feeding from getting a full capture.
Score 5-3.
That was insane.
Sides. Initiating match.
I am killing my voice again. Let's go. Though, will TFC be able to mimic such a huge push? Just as Eternally Feeding did. They only have 8 more seconds, so every little bit of time counts here. Reindeer and Jag gonna be going a Ryan Zarya comp, similar to what Eternally Feeding has been going.
Attackers incoming in
On the side of Eternally Feeding, we're gonna have a lot of damage here. Luxy on Junk, Loki on Torb. And Flea's gonna be staying on this auto. Chubb's gonna stay on the Lucio. We're gonna have a bit of a traditional brawl coming in here from TFC as well. With Maka on Maka on Lucio and Force Spirit on Bap. Gonna be doing a bit of speed here. Hoping to get in, get the points, and keep pushing as much time as possible. Aiden gonna be staying on that phenomenal Hanzo. Nito gonna be on the soldier. Lots of damage from both sides. TFC gonna start by speeding bottom. Who's on their side, they are able to get there, but they are met by a currently feeding huge anti coming in, anti-ing the tank. Reindeer will go down. Aussie not able to find Jag as well. And the rest of TFC are going to do the smart thing here and just pull out and wait for their tanks to respawn.
30 seconds remaining.
Only 30 seconds left. It is almost now or never for TFC. Either they need to capture the point, or this will be an eternally feeding win. A huge anti on to Jag, gonna make him extremely weak here, but a bubble from Reindeer will save his life. No! Jag just nearly surviving here, but will go down to Loki. Nito is able to find 2, but Loki, oh my goodness, finding 4 kills here. Overtime is triggered, but I don't think it is enough. Aiden able to touch the point, reset the timer. Aiden able to find Aussie Matt as well. It is only Junk and Lucio on point, but with no one else to touch, this will be an eternally feeding win. We got a really good game here on our hands, in my opinion. Both teams are just looking amazing. Especially with that insane push there from eternally feeding on the first point. Not their second attack. This is going to be extremely interesting to watch. Oh my goodness. 44 high energy kills from Aussie Matt as well. With Chubb having 39 offensive assists. Gotta love it. Next up is Hanamura, 2CP, the dreaded 2CP. What are you expecting to see on Hanamura, Chuck? And Chuck is dead. Hooray.
I'm still here. The only thing we haven't like really
there you
seen
are.
tonight. Yeah, the only thing we haven't really seen tonight. We haven't really seen like any kind of like. I mean, we sort of saw a double shield a little bit with the Ryan and Arissa, but
A little bit, but not like a traditional like
no.
double shield.
So I definitely feel like we're gonna see that.
Maybe some sim as well. I can see them maybe putting back in. Oh, who was it who was playing a lot of sim on the side of? I think it was Loki who played it on Busan. So I can see Eternally Feeding maybe popping in a sim for some teleport action.
I mean, definitely. I think anything's possible. I mean, not to see a sim played on Hanamura is like kind of like a. Is it like illegal? I'm pretty sure you like
you
cannot.
see it at least once. Like you have to see it at least once. Right, we do have swaps coming in here from TFC. Jag and Nito's going to be going on tank here. So Jag and Nito. And then Chipmunk and Aiden going to be DPS duoing here. And then Maka and Dab are going to be staying in on the support duo. Honestly, I'm not shocked by the support duo staying in because they've been absolutely amazing and on fire so far. So no complaints from me. I am shocked to see Chipmunk coming in here on support. What was it? So DPS. On DPS. We haven't seen him yet. Aiden has been doing super well this entire time, but I am curious to see what they're planning with Chipmunk in for DPS. We're gonna have Nito on the tank as well, which is gonna be really fun to see. Love Nito's tank. I think Rage needs to be blue as well.
Yep.
No lineup for Eternally Feeding just yet. There's probably a lot of what do we swap? What do we keep? Kind of talks going on here from Kenny and his team. So Kenny is typing. So we're probably going to see a lineup very soon. Oh, and he stopped typing. Aw, rip. Oh, I am on I'm on TFC now, everyone.
Cool.
Hooray.
Oh my goodness.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I love how sensitive these controllers can be sometimes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it can be kind of a butt.
And let me fix reindeer. Yeah,
I'm
where's...
still on blue.
Yeah, we still need swaps from TFC.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag him. Could you put me on spectate all, please and thank you?
Oh yeah, sure, of course. I, the way that their name looks like in the server, it looks like it's like blacked out, like they're like
I
like they're
know, they
secret or
chose
something.
they chose a black, yeah, they chose a black font, so it looks really weird.
Bum 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 bum.
Alright, we do have the Eternally Feeding lineup in. It is Nate and Austie, so same tank lineup, which I'm not shocked by. Luxie and OwO this time. Loki is not gonna be in, which I'm shocked by. And then Please and Chubb, so the only swap we have is OwO for Loki. Alright, we got it ready from TFC. Just waiting on Eternally Feeding. And ready's from Eternally Feeding. We are ready to go in.
Traveling to Hanamura.
Right, I believe we have... Oh, the colors have changed, so now I'm going to be thrown off with this entire map. Bear with me, everyone. I believe we have Eternally Feeding attacking first this time, with TFC going to be on the defense. Here's see what lineups we're going to see.
Ready for battle.
Alright, Aiden and Chipmunk are going to be doing a Hanzo and Junk duo. That's a lot of damage here for this defense. OwO Foxy going to be playing the Mei with Luxie on the Sim. Ooh, a little bit of a Sim Mei Telly here, which is really good here for a attack on Hanamura. Nito going to be going... Oh, yeah.
Oh, the only thing I would comment with that is that, like, with if you look at the attack, you see, like, there's not a lot of damage there. So they're gonna be really, they're gonna really need to use your utility. They're really gonna need to, like, get in there as quickly as they can with that Lucio, because the damage potential of.
I mean, like, seeing Chubb from last time, I think he is the damage.
True.
I think they're fine with Chubb on like, doing the DPS for them.
I mean, that's very true.
Really good. Oh, in teleporter here onto point. While going to keep TFC from being able to touch. Eternally Feeding are able to get one tick here as TFC slowly make their way in. They're not in a rush here. Luxie will get picked off first from Aiden. Wall will go up, but the rest of TFC are able to trickle in slowly here, pushing off Eternally Feeding from the point. Aiden will go down here to Nate. Nate getting really aggressive here onto the Orisa. Immort will go up and Nate will go down. Chipmunk is down here as well. Ooh, Chubb's gonna be finding the kill onto Jag as well. But Nito gets revenge here onto Aussie. Teleporter will come up here. Lexi back on the point. But TFC will clean up beautifully here and find the pick necessary in order to hold to the point before Eternally Feeding could get 2 picks. That was really smart of them, just to sit there, wait, let them have the pick, and then push in when they were ready, and then Aiden got the pick. A lot of teams get like a little hectic, and they're like, oh god, I have to go in right now. We have to go in right now, we can't let them have a pick. They're like, it's okay, let them have a pick, and then go in when you're ready. Force Spirit here, already having trans, with Maka already having a window. And Force Spirit here doing a beautiful job with the Discord Orb, putting a lot of damage here into Eternally Feeding. We do have Lucky on Farah here, the Discord Orb almost will go down as well. Eternally Feeding gonna be going around the back end here, looking for probably just to get some damage in here with Luxy and Oreo Foxy, especially with 3 ults online. So 5 ults online for TFC. Huge trans coming in here from Forest Spirit with the stick on from Aiden. No picks are found yet, but 2 picks go in the favor of Eternally Feeding. Shatter coming in as well from Jag. Oreo Foxy is able to find Nate, but not Oreo Foxy. Someone was able to find Nate. Oreo Foxy will clean up with 2 picks. Here we go. And though the stall will come in, it is not enough. And Eternally Feeding here will be able to push in with 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. So TFC is already getting ready for their second defense here, and they do still have window to work with, but they use 4 ults on that 1 defense. There is still grab, and there is still window here on the side of Eternally Feeding. Grab will get caught, will touch both tanks here as Eternally Feeding jump on the point and find Aiden, but Luxy went down as a DPS for a DPS. Nito on the Diva now. Oh, Force here will find Nate out of the fight. Chipmunk able to clean up onto Oxy. Chubb once again finding the pick onto Jag and getting Nito out of mech, but Force here is like, nah, I got you, we'll get Oreo. And with that, TFC will clean up once more. Though Eternally Feeding was able to find that tick that they need.
This is gonna make you feel better.
I feel like if you're leading with as Eternally Feeding right now, you got the Farah ult, you have May ult coming up, you have these big push potential there, especially if you get an early pick with the Farah ult. So I mean that's what you kind of want to lead in right there.
That is what Lucky tries to do, but the eat from Nito is huge here, as well as the trans from Forest Spirit. And Aiden and Nito are just going to clean up the rest of the Eternally Feeding team. Honestly, a really good response there from TFC. They saw the player coming, they knew what was going to happen. Nito gets the DM ready, and then Forest Spirit pops the trans to keep everyone up, and then allows them to get aggressive. And then Aiden just like pumping in damage as well with the safety of trans to keep him alive. Ooh, Aiden getting dangerously low here, roll back out, gets the orb. Begins to look for a pick, but Eternally Feeding gonna rush on the point and throw the blizzard on. Ooh, huge wall will keep Aiden from being able to find a pick. Oh no, he will find Please! That is no BAP here for Eternally Feeding. Force Spirit is able to find Austin that as well. Bomb will go on point. The Nate now has no barrier. Tyre coming in here from TFC is able to get Oreo Foxy. Once more, TFC are just able to clean up with their ult. Luxy finds 2! Aiden is able to find Nate though. And with the last bit of cleanup coming out here from Maka, TFC will hold.
TFC is doing a great job holding, but I would also give credit to EF as well. I mean, they've had like successful. I mean, they may have not gotten the point, but they've had like successful pushes in. I mean, look at how
That's
close
true.
that is.
It's honestly just because of like the respawns here that you get on defensive like TCP, where they just come back so quickly. It's like the moment you kill one, you don't really have a lot of time to clean up before they come back. So EF is doing some beautiful pushes here. They're just not able to clean up fast enough. EF going to be getting on the point here. Another trans here coming out from Forest here, keeping the pink right here. Shatter coming in here from the Jag. Ooh. Allowing him to clean up the point here. Tyre is caught, doesn't find anyone though. And with 15 seconds left on the clock, this is like a TFC second point hold.
10 seconds remaining.
Alert. Time is running out. Victory conditions not met.
And gonna be at the window looking for an early pick as we have Nate on ball looking for the touch. Trace coming in as well. Luxy is able to find Aiden. That is one pick. And EF players are filtering in on point, looking for a stall as long as possible. But no one else is able to touch. And Eternally Feeding will not capture second point.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Honestly, TFC just had a really strong defense there. And Eternally Feeding was not doing anything wrong. They were just kind of like a little bit stuck with the luck of the draw of 2 CP. Especially since, like, TFC just had a lot more ults there. At least, like, from what I noticed, they were cycling their ults really well, and they always seemed to have, like, 2 or 3 ults online. And on that, but Forest Spirit was building up Transcendence extremely quickly. I think Forest Spirit had 3 trances that second push, like the second point. Which is absolutely huge if you're playing the Zen. Just shows like a really skilled Zen player. Knowing that too, like Discord is so hard to break through. So EF wasn't doing anything wrong, in my opinion. So yeah, Xavier, you are right. Hanamura is extremely unpredictable. I will agree with you there. There is actually like a really good chance here too that EF will just be able to full hold first point. It's possible, and I've seen it before. So never say never. Both teams gonna be on kind of a brawl here. So it doesn't look like TFC wants to be doing a Sim teleport. Looks like they're just gonna want to push right in, try and get so much damage onto Nate, get him out of the fight first, but Forrester are gonna be doing a lot of damage to that shield as they slowly get into the little top temple here. They're gonna be looking for, oh! Chipmunk gets an amazing early pick here onto Chubb. Maka will go down too, though. That's a Lucio for a Lucio. Lucky able to find Aiden as well as TFC becomes a little bit of dust here. Shadow coming in as well with Maka. No, Force here, I mean, popping the window. And that is a lost fight for TFC. A really good defense here from Eternally Feeding, especially with that Torb and with Austin Matt doing a great job zoning people out and pushing on people with high charge. Great steal for Nate as well, so he's allowed to get aggressive. Ooh, they have no barrier here. It's incredibly dangerous right now if you are Eternally Feeding. Though with window up, that is a lot of damage for them. TFC are going to be going top once more though. Gonna get turret out first and then push into the small area, but Aiden will get picked once more by Luxy and Aussie Matt able to find Force here as well. Once again, TFC are pushing in without all 6 players, which is not good here. Yeah, gonna be looking for some ult charge here. Not out of the fight yet. So he will go down. Yeah.
I feel like now, like, I mean, if you're playing as, you know, of course, TFC in this case, I mean, you have every ult online. I mean,
That's true.
it's about juggling here. But if you look at the same case, you could argue it's the same as well for EF right now as they push in here.
So going down the levels here, pushed by currently being equal over, but isn't able to save either tank. Chipmunk is able to find Luxy, but I am not sure if TFC can turn this around. Maka tries to get out, but will get caught out by Aussie. Aussie able to find Chipmunk as well. A lot of ults there were used by internally feed. They only have support ults left now. And Chubb falls off the edge. Alright.
Okay. I mean,
if you're TFC, you would see that and be like, we have to go right now. We cannot let that Lucio get back. That is a feat out of the fight. And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna speed right in. Window gonna get popped here, but 2, 3, 4 players of TFC are down. Aussie Matt able to find both Immort and 2 more players. This is absolutely insane here. This might just be a full hold in favor of Eternally Feeding. We're gonna have Forest Spear going off the back onto the Moira, looking for a really quick coalescence, I'm gonna guess here, which can be a really good ult here for this last point. CFC gonna be trying to go through right room now. With only 26 seconds to clock, they have to go quickly. Hurt out of the fight. Gonna have TFC2 spamming onto the point, but Eternally seems to be hiding behind that bell. Aiden pops the Deadeye. Entire will get popped as well. Lucky out of the fight. Oreo out of the fight. TFC has to keep up the momentum here. They have to keep getting picked. Aussie is able to throw and grab and find Maka. Jag will go down as well. Please! DPSing finds 2! And overtime will tick down. And Eternally Feeding will full hold Hanamura.
A wild,
absolute insanity.
Wild battle.
Play of the game.
Again, that last fight was just, feels so bad for TFC there because it looked so much in their favor, and then both, like, the DPS just turned it around as well as please. Just a really good defense there from Eternally Feeding. They were like, okay, we didn't get second point, we'll just hold first. Alrighty, now we need swaps and readies for Hanamura.
You mean next map?
Yeah. Havana, yeah.
The two
Did I say
H's.
Hanamura?
Yeah, I mean
say
it's easy.
Hanamura?
They're both H's.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like not at the end, you know.
Hanamura,
An
Havana.
odd sound. I wonder the TFC, because they did win first point, does have a chance here to reverse sweep. They gotta get their brooms ready, they gotta get their fighting spirit going, and they gotta have a game plan when going into Havana here. As Havana is kind of a difficult escort map. Of course, like, any map is not, like, easier or harder, unless it's Paris and Horizon. We don't talk about them. They are the he who should not be named maps of Overwatch. But Havana, in my opinion, has always been really difficult here. Just because it's so easy with the first point, with like open sightlines, just get caught out and have damage pelted on you super easily. Widows, Hanzos, just a lot of tough places to on attack and defense that really can punish you if you are even a little bit out of position. No swaps yet. Both teams are probably talking here what to do, as right now this is match point for Eternally Feeding. They know they need to win this to end the game and to claim this win, while TFC are going to really much want to reverse sweep this, and they know they need to win Havana. They cannot draw Havana, which I don't think is possible, but I could be wrong. No draw, they can't draw it. And they can't lose either. They have to win. It is game face time. And both are probably really talking strategy right now, and I'm really excited to see what we're going to see on Havana. We do have a TFC lineup in now. Bullet going to be coming back in with Reindeer as his duo. Rage going to be coming in for the first time tonight. DPS doing with Aiden. And our supports are going to be Maka and Shin. Who is Shin? I do not know.
I don't know.
Is that Jack Rito? Oh, Jack Rito. Okay. I don't exactly know what Rage plays. Aiden has been doing phenomenal all night, so I know that these two are probably going to be doing really well here. Wonder if Rage will be playing a Widow or a Hanzo, or maybe Aiden's going to be on the Hanzo again, and Rage maybe will be on something maybe a little bit more spammy. It's hard to tell. Reindeer and Bullet going to be coming back in as well. Loved Reindeer's off tank. Really excited to see it again. And we are still waiting for an Eternally Feeding lineup here. Oh, we have it. Nate going to be staying in, but Osty's actually going to get swapped out here, and 9 is going to come in. Personally, I would keep Osty in. He's been doing really well, but 9 did really well too on Busan, so I suppose, like, either lineup here is going to be really good for Eternally Feeding. Oh, we're going to be seeing Kappa for the first time as well, coming in here for... Is Lyndhurst Kappa? Wait, so...
I don't know. I'm guessing. We should ask, though.
Oh, it is. It's Linda. Never mind. They did play Busan as well and did really good. We're going to be having Loki coming back in as well. Maybe going to be seeing some more Torb action, possibly, with Luxie on the hit scan. Interesting lineups from both sides, though. It seems that everyone in Twitch chat is really hoping for a map 5.
It's been a good match.
It's been a really good match. My voice hurts right now, but I'm willing to go. Okay, I can keep going. I got this.
So just waiting for readies from looks like TFC.
Alright.
Okay, we just got it.
Ooh, we're going into Havana then.
Traveling to Havana.
Havana, the land of enchantment, right?
Initiating match.
Now, what would you think is if you were in this position of if you were in a position of TFC, what would you run on this attack?
Personally, I would go a little bit of cancer, to be completely honest. Just something that's going to, you know, give me that win, or give me, you know, just something that's going to help me out here first point at least.
Attackers incoming.
Especially if you're expecting a spawn camp, I wouldn't be against doing a bastion and then just like jumping out on bastion, mowing them down as they try and spawn camp, and then pirate ship just for the first point, and then swap out for second point. That's personally what I would do, but I am, in my opinion, a little bit more knowledgeable on T3 play than I am T2 play.
Look, at the end of the day, T2 is just a shinier tier 3.
Just polish it a little. Alright, so we are going to have a spawn camp here from Eternally Feeding, but it's definitely not like super spawn camp. It's just kind of like at the payload, gonna hold them here, take some distance with their base. No one's going down here yet. Both Immorts have been off though. And we got a lot of poking here so far. Nate's gonna get really aggressive here. It's gonna lose his shield. Gonna go in, swing, gets stunned here by Aiden, and will go down. 9 is out of mech as well. So we'll find Bullet as Lady Diva. The freeze onto him though from range is huge. And TFC just gotta clean up here. And with that, TFC have the cart, and they're just gonna keep on pushing forward. Now, since we have Rage, Aiden, and Bullet gonna be pushing up here, hoping to find people staggering, and a Chubb will go down early! That is not good right now. If you are internally feeding, you do not want to lose your Lucio. The speed boost is absolutely needed here for this point. Internally feeding gonna back out here, wait for their Lucio. He is fast, so it shouldn't take too long for Chubb to get back. It does seem like he can get back really quickly here. Nate's gonna be getting aggressive here. Blizzards on both sides are popped, as well as a beat from Chubb, but Aiden with the Deadeye does find 9 first. Not good for eternally feeding, but Lucky finds Bullet, a pace for a take. Lucky gonna take the same position as Aiden. With the Deadeye, does find Jack Rito, and it does look like eternally feeding here are gonna stabilize and force back TFC. Really nice use of ult here from both sides, and the two of them are playing at like a very similar level here. We're just absolutely like an amazing level as well. I'm not saying that that's an insult or anything. It's like they're both playing at a high level right now. Like both names use their ult at once. Both teams using their immorts. That they're both just like absolutely in sync with one another and with their teams. And it's going to be very difficult for either side to take this. Jackarito going to be able to find Nate first. Shatter goes in, but the Fable from his own team keeps his Shatter from going through. And TFC gonna have a really quick cleanup here. It's only Chubb and Loki left. And the Loki stagger, it's gonna be huge here for TFC. Nate will put a fire strike in, but does regroup with his team. Sterling Heaton gonna be on the high ground now, waiting for Loki to return. He does have the Blizzard, so in order to have their base, they're gonna want that Blizzard just to throw it in, get in there, get some kills. Because Jackarito does not have Here comes a Blizzard coming in here from Loki, but grab was popped here as well from the side of TFC. Chubb will go down first, and Marcus Immort has to be used there to save the TFC tank that they pushed in. Currently Heaton gonna play a little bit more passive here, and TFC is gonna take advantage of that here. A huge stun coming in from Aiden, but Shatter will not find anyone. It's a little second too late. Here comes the Blizzard coming in from TFC. Even all the ults flying for Eternally Heating. TFC are still looking incredibly strong here. Though Chubb will get Aiden, 9 will go down to Bullet. Loki goes down early as well, and TFC, without even stopping pushing the point, are gonna get it second point. Honestly, TFC just looking 10 times better here. They are being so aggressive. They are pushing in with no fear, and they are able to get these early picks that they need in order to keep the payload going. And Havana, you do not want the payload to stop. You want it to keep on going. Shatter coming in from Nate, though. It's absolutely huge, but Jackarito, Bullet go down. Loki able to clean up here on the Hanzo. So they did invest, what's it called, Brav as well, which in my opinion is a little odd, especially seeing as TFC have ults. Eternally Feeding does not. They have to build up a lot of ults here before that payload gets to the end of third, and with a spawn camp here with no ult, that's going to be a little difficult here for Eternally Feeding. Aiden will go down here first. Aiden will take out Luxy, Aiden will take out Luxy here. Both Ryan's pin and knock the other down. So, Eternally Feeding are still looking good with this spawn camp. Aiden will pop the Deadeye. Here comes the beat as well for TFC. Chubb's gonna be going down here. Grab's gonna get invested and knock out Linhurst. Nate goes down as well as 9. And TFC just gonna keep on pushing that payload. Aiden and Bullet gonna get aggressive and push up as well. Right now, this TFC lineup is a absolute star team. There is nothing that can seem to stop them right now. Huge fire strike going in from both sides, and Linhurst going to be popping the wall here, forcing TFC to kite it in order to avoid it. But the payload going to be pushing through it and allowing TFC to get that escape. But Dragons will get pushed in through the middle, separating their Ryan from the rest of TFC. So he comes out alive with a huge bubble, I assume. Shatter will go through as well, is able to find some people in the back line, but Linhurst will pop some Immort in order to save them. Beat will get popped as well, full of Scrap and Shatter. A lot of ults here coming out here from Eternally Feeding. Nate in the back line extremely low. Loki and Nate go down at once. Lexi is able to find Jackarito though, but this isn't enough to stop TFC's steamroll. TFC are still pushing the point here. as early feeding wait for their backup. Loki's gonna be going on the Doom. Dragon's gonna be going on the right. Window up here. Loki and Luxie able to find some starting picks here. And Eternally Feeding go in with Lynnhurst's window to help. Lynnhurst is able to find Rage here. And Nate will get aggressive here. Rage gonna try and get out, but Shove is doing him in the corner. And Lynnhurst will find the kill. Big stagger here for Eternally Feeding. So they don't have any ult here to contest the ult that TFC has, which is scary. They gotta hope that they can get an early pick here out an ult and just stall as long as they can, but 4 seconds are left here. He will get popped here beside TFC. Shatter gets popped, does find Jack Rio, but Jack Rio is still okay. Aiden will pop the Deadeye, force a kite, but Nate tries to get a fire strike and dies. TFC knocking down one after the other, but someone needs to stay on point. Someone Eternally Feeding does jump up, but will go down. Ooh, Loki will jump in, but gets melted right away, and in overtime, TFC are able to get it to the 3rd point. Woo.
Score.
That was insane.
That was an intense one.
Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Alrighty, I am still at 3rd point. I should probably get my camera bootied over to 1st. Oh boy, please, Kaplan. Please, Kaplan God, let me get to 1st in time. But does seem we're going to see a double shield here on the side of TFC for their attack, or for their defense, I mean, for their defense, which is very interesting. So on the side of the Eternally Feeding, we're going to have Brawl, with Luxie going on the Widow. This is a really strong looking defense here from TFC, but can Eternally Feeding break through it? I love seeing the chants in Twitch chat today. That's a really funny one. I'm not gonna say it out loud in stream, but I do see it. It's very fun. Loki is able to get the early pick onto Aiden here. So the res from Jack Rio is able to get him back up. And both sides are still able to poke at each other. It does seem that on the side of Eternally Feeding, we swapped off the Brawl, which was double shield as well. And we're gonna have a bit of a double shield. Danger does get pulled up, but he will be fine here. So he does have that Discord orb, which is kind of scary if you're a tank. You do not want to get melted super quick. And both sides are just looking for that lucky pick, and Luxie will find it onto Malka! No back on the side of TFC. So Jack Rito looks like he is looking for a res here. Doesn't look like he's actually going to get it. Malka will respawn before res will recharge. Aiden though, able to pull through, find the necessary pick that will keep Eternally Feeding from being able to push in. Aiden going on the flank as well. We'll find Lynnhurst. Ray's able to find Nate, and though Chubb is able to pick off Aiden, the damage has been done, and Eternally Feeding will need to back up. A little bit of a late belt here popped as well. Would have been nice to save that. There are still a lot of good ults here online for TFC, so one belt really is not that much of a loss if you think about it in the long run.
I know it is, especially when you have Bonkos online.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bonkos, Window, and Blizzard. With Flux as well, and Deadeye coming up as well. Window does get popped. Bullet will go down here early. Not good here for TFC. Jagrito looking for the res. A huge Immort coming out here from Maka. Saves the day. Dragon still through. Again, Immort keeping up people. Luxy going down to Aiden. Here comes the Deadeye, and Aiden gets the triple. Now Aiden is able to push in, finds a fourth, a victim here. A huge wall comes up as well from Rage, but he will go down to Nate. So one May loss is nothing in comparison to the entire team of Eternally Feeding crumbling at your feet. TFC winning the double shield battle at this moment, though Eternally Feeding are looking really good in the ult economy here. 4 ults versus 3 ults. And they're very similar ults here as well. So,
60 seconds.
Blizzard against Fran. That tire getting popped as well here is able to find Reindeer. So Luxy has gone down to Aiden. Red coming in from Jagrito. Once again able to bring back a tank. Luxy comes through from the Stigma. It's huge. But the Chubbs Transcendence is huge as well. Rage goes down. That's no Blizzard right now. For TFC, Flux does get popped, but no one is found. Bongo's popped by Bullet. It is an ult party right now. Everyone, Bongo's from both sides. There's a lot of damage. Chubb, Luxy following through. They say it's not over. They are still here to fight, and they will push it all the way to first. So second point can be equally as difficult as third and first. Not third, first and third. Especially with this high ground here, and since we have Eternally Feeding already contesting it, TFC are gonna need to be really careful as they try and establish themselves on this high ground. Reindeer gonna be pushing in a lot of damage. Aiden with another Deadeye, gonna pop it here, looking for the kill. Ooh, but the Immort is huge there, the side of Eternally Feeding. Blizzard will get popped from Rage here, and 9 does go down, but Chubb does find the May in return. Nate going down as well. TFC looking at another huge res coming in from Jagrito. But Loki and Lind! One pick after the other, they are not done here. And it looks like Eternally Feeding just turned this around with just 1 Zen, 1 soldier, and a whole lot of determination. Payload now going to be turning that very important corner here. TFC gotta push in with these ults, gotta get that stall going. They do not want Eternally Feeding to have any time going into this. Jedi being popped here on the side of Eternally Feeding, looking for any TFC players that may come in. TFC gonna play smart here, don't push them, but here they come. Window being opened up here by Linda as well, but a huge wall will block off majority of the players from the window. 9 able to find 2 here. Fran does get popped just a little bit too late in order to save their Sigma. Rez coming through as well, but Luxy and Loki doing some gosh work here and getting the pick. Military is only 1 May on point now. Oh my goodness, the freeze bringing out the stall. Though Eternally Feeding will get second point. Eternally Feeding looks like they've gained their bearings now. They're pushing this extremely well, just like TFC's push. Though with only 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes on the clock, they have a long way to go in order to either get more time than TFC or to at least just get it all the way to third. The timing is not scary right now if you are Eternally Feeding and you need to put everything into this push. Oh, the Chubb goes down early. Lyndhurst though able to find Aiden. Rage throwing in the Blizzard, finding so many Eternally Feeding players. And though there are a lot of picks in favor of Eternally Feeding are going to have to back up just for a little bit here. Do a little bit of poking. Hope for a pick that will turn this around. We are getting close to the 1 minute mark. The Flux here will get popped, only finds a bath. The Bongos and Bells getting popped here as well, keeping up the side of TFC. Aiden, I didn't even hear his Jedi. He finds 2, he finds 3. Aiden absolutely popping on the McCree here. With the help of the Bongos, just so much damage coming in. We are at 50 seconds now. It is go time. Eternally Feeding have to use as many ults here as they can. They have to get as much time going as they can. If they do not push this to third, they do not win Havana, and we go to a map 5. I know a lot of people in chat here are hoping for a map 5, but Eternally Feeding here, they want to take this. They want to win. And they are in this for the win. Huge pulls coming out here from Eternally Feeding, a lot of damage coming in here as well. But Aiden able to find Luxy right away. So he will die in return for that Jolly pick. Window is popped here from Maka. A lot of damage here coming in, but Eternally Feeding looking strong here with their own window. Lux will go through with a Sig 9. Will not happen here. And with overtime now happening, we got Eternally Feeding hoping to get this all the way to the end. But we do still have Rage here, Dragons online. Being ready to maybe have a Dragon C9. Force people off point. Dragon going right on the point. Will find Luxy. Rage finding Lind as well. Chubb doing all he can with his Transcendent. Jacqueline going down. TFC going into everything they have. Mox goes down to Chubb. Chubb finds Bullet. It's anyone's game right now. And TFC will hold it and take Havana. We are going to a map 5. It can be either Eternally Feeding's game or Thank You for Coming's game. I will be right back, everyone. Just a few seconds.
Wonderful.
Alright, chat, so looks like we're going to everyone's favorite map, Nepal, for map 5 of a great lineup tonight so far, especially with TFC and EF both playing very great maps. Last map we definitely saw some huge plays by both sets of DPS, but especially liked Aiden's play from TFC. There was a lot of fights that he personally almost like turned around. So it'll be very exciting to see how we go into this final map here tonight to see which team is able to pull that off the best.
Alrighty, I am back. Thank you for your patience. And now place your bets below of who you think is going to win this map 5. Will it be Eternally Feeding, some giants here in the league who are definitely, they've been sweating from TFC this entire match? Or will it be TFC, some absolute powerhouses that we've seen this entire game? Either side can take this easily as well. It's just up to who is going to play the better game of Overwatch. This has just been going the absolute mile. This has been absolutely intense and amazing. And I honestly feel so thankful to be commentating this right now. Now I am very excited to see who we're going to have coming in here for this map 5 extravagant. I haven't been able to talk lately, and I apologize. This a beautiful finale that we have here to this amazing match. We are going to have Lee actually coming in here. Back on the DPS. We did see him on Busan, where he played like the Pharah and the Junk. But it seems like we're going to see him again here on Nepal. Gonna have the Maka Jackarito combo going to be staying in here as well, with Bullet and Reindeer staying in as well, so we're just basically going to have Rage swapped out for Lee Ratty here. We're still waiting for an eternally feeding lineup. Alright, and on the side of Eternally Feeding, we're going to have Austin coming back in here, 4-9. The Luxy Oreo duo is going to be coming back here as well, with Chubb and Please going to be returning here for the side of Eternally Feeding. Going to see a little bit more DPS Asana, possibly, from Please here. So a lot of heavy hitter comps coming in here from both sides. There's obviously a plan in mind here from both teams. I just don't know what it is yet. Gonna ask for the readies.
I think the plan is to have fun. I think that's the ultimate plan, Zooms.
It is indeed a very good plan. We do have a readies coming out here from TFC. I wonder if both teams are having fun, or if they're just like screaming into their mics like, "Ah, God, I'm stressed, I'm panicked." And that's all I can get during like a really tough matchup. I'm pretty sure like you remember that one time where I forgot who we beat when I was on TP. I forgot like who we beat, but then like after we won from a map 5, I like just screamed into the mic and like I think I made everyone's ears bleed. Yeah, for people who have played with me, it's quite common knowledge that I scream quite a bit, especially when a map is extremely stressful. I keep myself composed for stream team though, of course.
You should get like an Overwatch like scream bag or something.
What?
So you just scream into the bag.
Oh geez, that actually would be quite useful. I wouldn't be making Bambi's eardrums bleed anymore.
We're just waiting for one more readies. Alright, let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Bum 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 bum.
Traveling to Nepal.
Alright, we are on some map 5 goodness right now. We are going to be starting with Sanctum. Some people's favorite map, some people's least favorite map. This kind of counts, I guess, what your favorite heroes are and what you feel about getting booped into the hole.
Yeah, like who do you know this is their favorite map?
Don't know very many, but I think like Psycho likes this one. He likes to pull people. He used to like to pull people off his hog. And I know a few Lucio players who like to boot people off as well.
Imagine the worst possible.
Seems like we're going to be seeing the hog actually on the side of TFC, while we're going to be seeing a brawl on the side of Eternally Feeding. We're going to be going back onto that Pharah as well. It's going to be a lot of burst damage here for TFC.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
So it does seem like Eternally Feeding are going to get here first, especially with that Lucio speed boost to guide them. TFC going to be pumping in some damage here, as we got Oreo Fox's turret here going to be taking out as well. Coke comp here initiated from TFC as they will force back Eternally Feeding just a little bit, forcing them to go on the right side, and TFC gonna touch one here and go all the way around, and making Eternally Feeding go all the way around here in order to try and avoid that line of this Arista hog damage. Making heavily aggressive here with Chubb. Oreo Fox able to find Bullet out of the fight. And with 50% only for TFC, Eternally Feeding is able to find a capture here for first point. Honestly, a lot of that, in my opinion, was just being able to ingress onto TFC with Stagnant Arisa. TFC now on the brawl. Gonna swap it up instantly. Ratty's gonna be staying on the... No, Ratty's gonna be swapping to the Junkrat. Junkrat for the Ratty. Very nice. Actually, no, we're gonna have Torb actually from Ratty. Ooh, Aiden's gonna get down here. It's not good right now if you were TFC. Apparently, it's gonna be holding up pretty far up here as well. Grab does get popped here from Austin. Though no one will get picked out from a huge immort from Maka. TFC doing a great job surviving here. And suddenly Feeding are going to back up for some reason. Give some room to TFC. Nate's going to push in with the Shatter. Doesn't find anyone though. Actually stunned out. I think it was stunned out by Aiden. Aiden will be able to get Austin that bullet, able to find Nate. And TFC going to win out the brawl duel and recapture that point. Ooh, TFC able to get some really nice stackers here onto Luxy and Chubb as well. Even though they've had a lot of swaps, they're already able to build up a lot of ults here just by being in as much damage as they possibly can. Austin getting aggressive here with the Lucio speed and Nate. Luxy's gonna pop that Jedi. Isn't able to find anyone. Shatter going from Blue. Doesn't seem to find anyone either. Oreo Fox is able to get Maka though from the Forbidden Capri Sun. Forcing TFC to kind of hide out here in this little alcove. Austin is able to find Aiden. Stall now is going to come out here from the side of TFC. It's going to get popped here from Jack Rito. So Chubb's going to pop here. And then Jack Rito gets the boot onto Austin. Lucky is able to get Ratty out of the fight. Curly Feeding going to be turning this around quite quickly here. Bomb is going to get invested, but will not find anyone to stall them. It's going to keep on happening here for TFC. Getting up to 1-5 territory. TFC favor. And TFC able to get 83% on the point before it gets lost. They know that now all they have to do is push in with 1 or 2, maybe 3 really good ults. They can recapture that point, and it can be theirs. TFC gonna play it safe here. Gonna go out of this little right door. Get onto the point. So Austin now gonna throw in a grab, a huge shatter. Coming in from Bullet as well, stopping that eternally feeding push. The point is already recaptured for the side of TFC. They only need 7% left on this point, and with these cleanups going as beautifully as they are, this is looking highly in their favor. There is someone stalling though. Overtime will tick down one by one. The stalls come in from Chubb, from Aussie. Everyone is just throwing themselves on the point in hope that they can save it. It's so either way now. If Eternally Feeding can recapture, it will be in their favor. Chubb goes down, Please goes down. OwO jumping in on the Doom, looking for an early pick, but Aiden will go down. A huge boop happens on stage, but he's able to grapple up, but Aiden gets two, and Bullet cleans up and allowing TFC to take Sanctum. This was looking so bad for TFC, but they turn it around, and they are going for the win.
Worth fighting for.
I love it here in the mountains.
Seems like we're gonna be seeing some sims on both sides. Of course, it's Village. What's Village about some sim play? Gonna be seeing the brawls coming out as well, but gonna be having Diva versus Zarya brawl here though. Radian going for that jump round, a little bit of extra damage as well. Currently Feeding, looks like they're going to get the point. No. TFC will get the point here first, but they are going to get dove on here by Eternally Feeding, who will capture that point really quickly here. Lucky has a lot of turrets on point too, and looks like TFC is struggling really hard to push past this main sim combo. Lucky will find Aiden out of the fight first. Has a really high charge team here and is looking to maybe claim a little bit of blood here, possibly. Ooh, Lucky will find Bullet indeed. We got one rabid sim here who does not want to stop for anything. Reindeer allowing it to kill him so he gets next back. Very smart indeed.
Fully healed.
This is going to be really hard though for TFC to break through, as Eternally Feeding have a really good hold on this point. Ratty seems like he's going to be trying Pharah, maybe get some damage in, but without a pocket, this is going to be extremely difficult for him. He's going to have to play extremely passive if he wants to get anything done and to keep himself safe as he does so. He's able to find Jack Rito out of the fight first. OwO Foxy able to find Montezel, no support on the side for TFC, forcing them to either die or back up. So Aiden is able to find Chubb as a little bit of a parting gift here. Without the rest of TFC, no one can really engage on that. Ratty is still doing a lot of poke damage here from a little bit of this faraway area. Shatter will go through, doesn't find anyone. Wall is gonna get popped as well as grab. Bomb gonna come through. Does find a inward here. So we're gonna have Eternally Feeding. Oh, but Aiden gets the triple! Is this what TFC needs to push in? So many ults here popped for Eternally Feeding, but none as strong as Aiden's Deadeye. Lucky is able to find Aiden. But the recapture will be in TFC's favor here. Yet Eternally Feeding, very one-fight territory here. So they also have the chance to turn this around, as Eternally Feeding is lacking the ult economy that TFC currently holds. Shatter and Barrage. Barrage has an amazing ability to at least get one person. And seeing as there is no Diva for DM, at least they just have that open invitation to just get maybe one support out of the fight. Which is two. Oh, but Eternally Feeding gonna be charging in really because you're almost after the point. We're gonna just like use the barrage head on here. But a huge shatter comes in from full. It allows Maka, DPS Nate out of the fight. TFC making this in their favor. Please will take out Aiden, but this is a TFC victory. TFC are just using their ults really well here. They aren't just throwing ults in to throw ults in and hope to get something. They are strategically using them. They are okay. They're pushing in here. I'm gonna use Barrage and try and push them back. Maybe break shield. It's really well played from them. TFC gonna be pushing back here on the point. Gonna try and force Eternally Feeding onto the point. Nate is gonna be a little passive here. Gonna let his DPS get the damage in. But shove! This is a little too far in. He's just in front of Maka's window. Royal Foxy is able to get ready, and Aiden, no DPS here for TFC with Luxy in the back. Beat though, and Bomb gonna get popped here, gonna force Eternally Feeding. Stay away. Reindeer with the peel gonna go onto Luxy here. Is able to get the kill, and Luxy ends up popping Deadeye in that moment. So Eternally Feeding were able to get some kills in that time, and they might just turn this around. Maka can't even touch. Only a few percentage on the point. Can anyone touch? But overtime is actually triggered here by Ratty, who is on the soldier. Grab is invested onto the Reinhardt, and I don't think TFC can save this anymore. And we are 1-1 on Nepal.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
I am so exhausted from all this commentating and yelling and trying to keep up with what's going on, but I love every second of it. This is why I'm on Stream Team, and I am so happy to commentate such an amazing game like this. We're going to be seeing Sims on either side again. Instead, though, Ratty's going to be playing the Sim instead of Aiden. We're going to be having this Diva Brawl versus this Daria Brawl as well. I wonder if either side is exhausted at this point. If they're just, their hearts are thumping in their chest and they really are hoping they'll take this. Eternally Feeding are gonna, no, TFC gonna get on the point first here. Pushing back Eternally Feeding, but Bullet will go down early here by Nate. That's no Reinhardt here for TFC, but can they get a push in their favor? Ratty will go down here as well. Austin able to find Maka, and Eternally Feeding gonna sweep up TFC and capture the point. TFC gonna have a quick free group here. Gonna strategize a little bit. And they're gonna go top, control that high ground. They do not want to play the Sim. They want to play for their junk strength here and Asian strength. Give them that high ground, let them spam inward. See if they can get an early pick. Eternally Feeding, though, are not very necessarily playing into them. And now TFC are going to drop here. Hope to take them on head on. Maka's going to pop it in more to just keep things alive. Window getting popped from Sleeve, forcing back TFC. A lot of damage will go in here, and a huge shatter comes in from Nate. And Ratty gonna try and back up here. Turret slows him down and he will get staggered. If I am TFC right now, I'd be biting my nails. I'd be getting really nervous here. I'd be trying to think about what I could do to turn this around. They have the ability to do it, they just need to find that special pick. TFC is gonna be going left. Possibly looking for a good shatter, but wall and window gonna be popped here from both sides here. Lucky does pop the guy, doesn't find anyone. Oh, Chuck will go down to Ratty. Jedi does get popped bomb, and bomb beat as well, getting thrown in here from from TFC. They know that it is now or never. They have to use ult. And with the last bit of cleanup, they should be... Oh no, but Chubb is stalling! Nate is back here as well, and as Hurley Feeding gets pushed off, TFC will capture this point. But now it is absolutely one-fight territory in favor of Hurley Feeding. But as we've seen with the last 2 points, one-fight territory does not mean anything when it comes to these two. They will fight to their heart's content, and they are going to give it everything they got. And there is no such thing as a lost fight to them. Oh, Tyler goes in and finds Nate right away! Ranger gonna follow in as Ratty gets the second hit! That will help TFC here hold the points for another day. Absolutely huge here from TFC. Now, TFC have a lot of ult building to do here, especially as Eternally Feeding have 3 really good ults. They gotta hope that Bullet can really block that shatter coming in from Nate. Oh, we got a cheeky shatter coming in from Nate, but the stall from Aiden is huge. Bullet goes in for the shatter, doesn't seem to find anyone. Huge immort coming in from Maka, and a gauge beat coming in as well. Both windows are popped. A wall is popped as well, but the wall seems to have been screwed up a little bit here. Please is able to find Aiden, but Aussie's gonna go down here. Ratty finds 2! Beat coming in from Jack Rito, able to keep the team up, but is anyone touching him? Okay, good. TFC once again gonna hold this, and they once again have 3 ults to use. Whew, that is absolutely huge here from TFC. Ratty looking for another cheeky tire, and here it comes! But it doesn't find anyone! Bomb going in, finds Aussie! 28 gets stunned though! The shatter, useless! We got Jedi from either side. Who will get the pick? Neither able to get the pick. Huge shatter coming in from Bullet Dodgers, able to help get 2. Overtime ticking down. Luxy, I don't think Luxy's able to touch, but Nate on the ball. Oh, no! Nate gets pinned off the point. Can Aussie touch? And no, TFC will take this entire game. 3-2.
Play of the
I am blown away by this amazing match that we've seen today. TFC is a team to look out for, everyone. They are here better than ever. And now I think it's time for a little bit of MVP talk. Once we maybe see some noms. So I have a few people that I kind of want to give it to. Neither team, though, should be disappointed by how this game turned out. It was absolutely phenomenal from both sides. I am honestly blown away by how amazing everyone did. Alright, our noms on the side of Eternally Feeding are for Aiden and Reindeer. Some really good choices there. Aiden was a huge star here tonight. I think that's very obvious for anyone who was watching. And the noms for the noms from TFC for Eternally Feeding are Please and Ostimat. Again, really good choices. And now we get to do some MVP talk. Is there anyone that you are thinking for, Chuck, or...
Well, I figured we'd go like roll by roll.
Okay, so tanks, then. Let's start up top. I
Okay.
personally really want to give it to Matt. I think he just performed beautifully the entire time. And like when he wasn't in, it was like very obvious when he was not in. He's just a force to be reckoned with on Zarya.
I would have to agree because I was thinking either Matt or like Nate as well. I know like
Yeah.
Nate like held the boat the whole time. Like he was like there was a big leadership every time he like was able to get the team to push in with him. And we saw a lot of fights where it came down to like either Matt or Nate. Like we're getting most of the either the picks or like general direction. It just seemed like
That is true,
he
that
was
is
able to
true.
keep the structure together. But I can definitely see Matt as well. I mean, had some great off tank plays tonight.
I do feel like Matt, just like Nate and him, like it's so hard. They both did so good. But I do feel like Matt like would just turn around games with like a huge grab or like a few picks. And his peel for Nate was insane as well. I know it's not something that like gets talked about very often, but his peel game was insane. And then he had that like 44 high energy kills. Like he is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of who I'm leaning towards.
So let's give it to Matt then.
Yeah, sounds good. I think we all know who DPS is supposed to go to.
Yeah, it's gonna go to Aiden.
Definitely
Sure.
gonna go to Aiden. There's no debate with that one. He was on fire. He was turning around matches with 3Ks. His McCree, his Hanzo, man of the hour. Now, I think support is going to be a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning more towards Maka, because I think Maka, like, just shined the entire time on the support role. I was always, like, watching Maka play, and, like, Maka was, like, getting kills as, like, a DPS BAP, or was keeping people alive with Inward, just a really good, like, you know, use of, and also, like, really good Lucio as well, because Maka did play Lucio, and it had some huge beats, huge speeds, huge amps, just in general. And, like, a lot of people, like, also, like, Please did really well, and that's, like, really hard for me. But I'm really much leaning towards, Maka right now.
I think Maka's fair. Only the person I would say like as like a good follow up would be, like if you were gonna honorable mention, I thought Chubb like played it pretty good tonight as well.
Chubb, too. Yeah, Chubb was insane.
So,
He
but
would
I
be a
think
good
Maka is a
honorable
good
mention.
choice for support, and I mean I think giving like an honorable mention to Chubb would be a good for that.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Alright, so we got our NVPs decided. Are you gonna put it in?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, and since like a lot of TFC, so confusing. Eternally Feeding is starting to leave. I don't think we're doing interviews tonight.
Did
Plus,
you want to
like,
ask
I kind
them?
of gotta go to bed early is the thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like I feel bad, but we could, I guess, if like TFC wanna jump in or someone from Eternally Feeding wants to pop in for a little bit too. I'll see if they want to do it. I don't see anyone asking about interviews, so gonna I'm gonna
Okay, give it like 30 more seconds to see if anyone says anything. Where did Lee offer for interview?
I didn't see him offer for interviews. Mr. Lee Ratty playing up at like 3 a.m. UK time and then still wanting to do the interview. Only Lee. Alright, if Lee wants to join in on us, he can, and we'll do a quick interview.
Kenny, no.
What happened?
He was like, "Oh, I can interview. I didn't know you guys were doing it."
Don't say that, it's fine.
All right. Hello.
Hello, Lee Ratty.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You okay?
My throat hurts after that amazing match from you guys tonight. Congrats on the win, by the way.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It was a hard fought match.
Oh yeah,
It
most
was.
definitely.
Oh yeah. Can I ask, what did you guys do to prepare for this? You seem so synergized and just on top of everything today.
We've been doing a lot of VOD reviews on previous performances to try and pick out where we've been going wrong and working on what went wrong to improve on. We know how strong Eternally Feeding are, so we were just mainly focusing on what we can do as a group. In all fairness.
Well, honestly, you guys have just proved yourselves in 10 times more. You're definitely blooming as like a top contender here in T2. How's the team feeling right now, if I can ask?
Stoked. Absolute stoked.
Because I know Thank You for Coming has had kind of a somewhat rough season, and I'm really happy that you guys were able to pull out the win today. Is there any like players that you want to on your team just call out and maybe just like give them a nice little shout out for performing super well?
I don't really want to pinpoint any particular player, but I've got to give a big shout out to Maka and Aiden because they do a lot of the backside of stuff, like with the sorting scrims out, preparing us for games and stuff, organising VOD reviews. But every single player has put in the work to try and improve and get a really big result tonight.
Wow, okay. Did you guys go into this with any comps in mind that you wanted to run, or did you just choose what you guys felt like was gonna work?
So we kind of know what Eternity Feeding have been playing this season. So they've been running a lot of rush and also quite a bit of dive. So we was preparing for either comp that they ran, and obviously mainly they played rush tonight, and I feel that we're quite strong on the rush. But other than that, like, it's just like I said, focusing on our own, if not making silly mistakes and overextending and not all bombing all at once, because we've been a bit of victims of that in the first few games.
Yeah, it happens. Any questions you have, Chuck?
Yeah, moving forward, have you guys talked about like any like matchups that you haven't faced yet that you guys are looking forward to?
I think as a team, we're looking forward to every game that we're going to come, because we've been improving every game as the season's gone on. So we are feeling a little bit more confident about going into the next game.
Alright then. Now we also have to get Kenny in as well. So it was really nice having you in today for an interview. Go get some rest, okay?
I
I know
appreciate
it's
you
super late for
letting me
you
in.
right now.
It's only 3 a.m.
Ah, only 3 a.m. Okay.
I was expecting it to be later with Chuck running the lobby, you know what I mean, James?
I don't know what you're talking about. I run lobbies perfectly. No pauses.
Yeah, we're powering through. We're doing good.
Thank you for having me.
All
Thank
right,
you for
thank
casting the
you
game
for
as well.
joining us. Of course. Go
See you
enjoy
later,
your
guys. Take
win.
care.
Alrighty. Now I'm gonna get Kenny in here. Alright, and we got Flippy here. Hi, Kenny.
Hello,
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Alright, let's just get right to the chase. Now, maybe a hard question, but what do you think went wrong here? Do you guys think maybe something you could have improved on, or do you guys feel like maybe just that TFC was just a little better tonight?
I think just like team play wise, like cohesiveness, I thought we were just awful for most of the night. Like I think a lot of it was just relying on individual talent and individual skill, and like team wise, they were just better. Like they were better, they were more cohesive, they were more coordinated, and I feel like we were just like map one was awful. Map 5, I feel like there were certain moments where they were just a better team overall, and we were just, trying to win weird 1v1s that we shouldn't have been taking, stuff like that.
I see. Do you have any, plans to maybe look back on this and maybe improve from it with your team? Are there talks, though? I know, everyone's probably really bummed right now, but are there plans to maybe, utilize some new stuff in future scrims?
We haven't had a scrim in, a little over a week, so, I have to try to... last season and even the season before that, we had so many players, 15, sometimes even 16 players on the roster. So scrims were just easy to come by because we always had the availability. Now we don't have our availability is just not that good, and so the lack of scrims I think really did show, because we had 2 scrims scheduled and they both got canceled. One by us and then the other one was by the other team.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's this
happens,
growing pains.
Kind of
yeah, it's just growing pains. And TFC, they played really well. They have some really good players. Aiden, Reindeer, Elite played really well in this match.
Yeah, I think both sides were just amazing tonight. I do apologize you guys didn't get the win tonight, but I do think you guys looked really good in many moments as well. Your hold on Hanamura was just beautiful.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Thank you. That was very impressive on their part.
And I'm guessing you guys are going to be very excited for the new way that schedules are going to go, where there's going to be a little bit of a bye week for T2, so maybe you'll get that chance to get your scrim in, or 2 scrims in.
To be honest, I'm I was in favor of just week after week playing games. I was in favor of that.
Okay.
So I knew that there would be games, because even against Peaceful Planet, our last game, we didn't have a scrim before that. So it's not even an excuse. It's just, it worked last week. Awesome. It didn't work this week. But yeah, I
just
do
shrug your
think
shoulders, move on,
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, yeah, and we have a very important game coming up next against C11, so we kind of can't
Oh
harp on what
boy,
happened tonight.
they're gonna be a tough
Yeah,
one, that's for
and
sure.
we can't have like I already told them like we can't have another game where like our cohesiveness and coordination is just awful against C11 because I do think they're very coordinated. They're a very coordinated team.
That is true. Any questions, Chuck?
I think you guys hit the nail on the head pretty well. I would also even with like as you guys mentioned not having like a lot of time to like maybe not as much time to coordinate. I mean, still as like Zoom's pointed out tonight too. I mean, I thought you guys still played pretty well individually. Is there something that you guys um, are especially uh, like looking forward to in terms of like as the season goes on? Like, is there a particular like type of move or like not more like move? Like, what is there anything that you guys are actively working on that you guys are may implement soon?
Like in our first game of the season against Spellbound, I thought our monkey stuff was really good, and I think ever since then it's just been god awful. And so I do want us to work on that. That's something we definitely need to work. Like I think we just play really bad with monkey right now, and that's something we need to work on going forward. Because yeah, if we're just like Busan, that map was so bad. Like like we're just growing pains currently. It's just growing pains right now.
Oh, and we have Austie Matt joining us. Congrats on your MVP tonight. You played wonderful.
I appreciate it. You know, bigger picture though. Team lost. It's always nice to play well though. So give it your all no matter what, right?
Of course. And though you guys did not take the win today, I do think you guys did amazing. Like going to a map 5, especially with like some of this map pool, which is kind of like big for draws and big for just like steamrolls. You guys did really well. And though it wasn't a win, it's a really good quality loss that you guys had tonight. So keep your heads up. And then already, thank you so much for interviewing with us, Kenny. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for casting.
Of course, it was a fun matchup. I gotta like run to bed now. So as much as I wish we could keep talking, I gotta get
No,
going.
it's understandable. It's understandable. Thank you guys for casting, Chuck and Zooms.
Of course.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a nice night, guys.
You too.
All right. You want to close this out there, Zooms?
Of course. All right, everyone. I hope you have a good Oasis night. We had a really good game tonight. Let's keep powering through to get through next week of games. See ya.
All right, see ya. This is Chuckster signing out as well.